Written by Professor Paul, Ph.D. ME Foundation Monthly Lecture Series 51, May 15, 2026. Africa stands at a critical crossroads in its history. For decades, conversations about the continent's progress have often been rooted in the past: colonialism, foreign interference, and missed opportunities. While these realities cannot be ignored, an excessive focus on them risks limiting Africa's vision for the future. The defining question today is not simply what happened to Africa, but what Africa is prepared to do for itself. The responsibility of this generation is clear: to confront present challenges with courage, clarity, and commitment. The future will not be shaped by memory alone, but by action. Across the continent, many of the challenges African nations face are strikingly similar. Weak institutions, corruption, unemployment, insecurity, and overdependence on raw materials continue to hinder progress. In addition, rising living costs and declining standards of living in many regions have placed immense pressure on ordinary citizens. When basic needs such as food, housing, healthcare, and education become increasingly difficult to afford, frustration grows and hope begins to fade. These realities are not distant or abstract. They are lived experiences for millions. One of the major impacts of these issues is the increasing brain drain. Throughout Africa, many of the most educated, skilled, and capable people are leaving their home countries for better opportunities abroad. Doctors, engineers, academics, and young professionals migrate not out of patriotism, but because they want environments where their talents are appreciated, their safety is guaranteed, and their efforts are rewarded. The reasons behind this migration are straightforward: limited job options, poor working conditions, insecurity, rapid decline in living standards, lawlessness, injustice, inadequate infrastructure, and overall economic instability. Migration itself is not necessarily negative, but Africa's significant loss of skilled workers presents a major challenge. A continent cannot progress if its brightest minds are continually developing other countries while their own remain underdeveloped. When trained individuals leave, the problems worsen. When the next generation views emigration as the sole route to success, this cycle perpetuates. There is also a deeper moral and generational question at stake. If Africans cannot live and work within their own societies to confront and solve the problems of their time, then development becomes perpetually delayed. Each generation passes unresolved challenges to the next, creating a pattern of postponement rather than progress. In this sense, migration without return or contribution risks becoming not just an economic issue, but a collective retreat from responsibility. No nation can be built entirely from the outside. Addressing this challenge requires deliberate action. Governments must invest in institutions that empower citizens to thrive. This includes supporting entrepreneurship, improving wages and working conditions, and ensuring security. Economic policies should prioritize local industries and innovation, so young people see real opportunities at home. Improving living standards, through healthcare, education, infrastructure, and social services, will make staying a viable and attractive choice, inspiring confidence in the future. Strong institutions also play a crucial role. Transparent governance, accountability, and the rule of law build trust between citizens and the state. When people believe in the system, they are more likely to invest their time, skills, and future in it. Without trust, even the most talented individuals will continue to look elsewhere. Unity and collaboration must extend beyond governments to the people themselves. Africans in the diaspora can contribute through investment, knowledge transfer, and partnerships. This contribution should complement, not replace, the presence and participation of those on the ground. Development requires both internal commitment and external support working together, inspiring a shared sense of purpose among all stakeholders. Ultimately, leadership must rise to meet these realities. Leaders should move beyond rhetoric and demonstrate tangible improvements in people's lives. Reducing unemployment, stabilizing economies, ensuring safety, and lowering the cost of living are not optional. They are essential responsibilities. Strong leadership can create conditions where citizens feel hopeful and motivated to stay and build their communities. On the whole, Africa's future cannot be built on escape, nor can it be sustained on excuses. While the past offers lessons, it must not become a permanent justification for inaction. The continent's greatest resource, its people, must be empowered to stay, to build, and to transform their societies. If each generation chooses departure over development, the promise of progress will remain out of reach. The path forward requires a renewed sense of responsibility. Africans must see themselves not only as beneficiaries of a future Africa, but as builders of it. By addressing brain drain, improving living conditions, creating opportunities, and strengthening institutions, the continent can reverse the cycle of loss and begin a cycle of growth. The future will not wait. It will either be shaped by those who remain and build or defined by the absence of those who leave. The choice is clear: to postpone the future or to create it. Courtesy of Me Foundation, committed to human capacity building worldwide. Just a voice of reasoning in a complex dispensation. Thank you for listening and being a part of the second lecture session. Please share to inspire others.